Hello, watercolor friends. My name is Rachel and welcome to my very first watercolor review. Today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing, well, swatching, not really a full review, but swatching a Gallo paints made in Assisi, Italy. This is just straight out of the box. I haven't opened it though yet, so I'm really excited. So let's dive in. This is my first year really watercoloring, and I just discovered kind of the world of handmade watercolors. So I'm hoping to do some more reviews of watercolors in the future. I do have some other handmade watercolors that I really like and will review, but since I just got this in the mail today, we're going to start with this. So this is really pretty packaging. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So this is their 12 pan set called Naturale 2. And these are made from natural pigments. Lina Gallo is a paint maker, like I said, in Assisi, Italy. Comes in this really convenient tin. I'll do another review on my favorite kinds of palettes. Aesthetically, the tin palettes are not my absolute favorite, but in terms of practicality, they're really, really nice. So, in the tin, you have a swatch card, and I think this is on Arches paper, which is really nice. And you have nice mixing surfaces here. So first, kind of a small palette. You've got nice 2 wells here, 4 wells down here. The rim around the edge is going to prevent water from falling off, but this actually stays. You might only want to use these wells because this actually goes up a little bit, the angle, so the water might kind of run this way. We'll see. For handmade watercolors, this set, it's not cheap, but I think it's a really good value because you get the tin, you get the 12 watercolors, and they're in half pans. A lot of the handmade watercolors are in the metal pans, which I also love, but sometimes, if you get the standard pan in those metal pans, it's a little bit less paint. It's about half of one of these. The full pans, which are like a kind of a square, they're more flat. If you know handmade watercolors, you know what I'm talking about. That is equivalent to a half pan. But in any case, those standard to double or full pans, they're called different things by different people. Those are anywhere in the kind of $8 to maybe $15 range. So, if you average out about $10 per pan, this, I think, in American dollars, it's in euros, obviously, so I think it was like a little over 100 euros to get it, all said and done, shipped and everything. And I think that maybe it was like 120, 130 US dollars. So it averages out, about to $10 a pan, and you're getting a little bit more, as I said, because it's the half pans, and you get all these nice little bonuses. So the tin is a bonus, and then you also get this Tintoretto size 6 synthetic brush, which I have not tried these, so I'm excited to try this. Actually, I got it at my Isaby, but I will probably try and swatch with this to see what I think of the brush. And then you have these beautiful, look at those beautiful earthy colors. I'm so excited. So these are all hand painted. So really, the swatches are kind of already done. You can see exactly what the colors are. And these are showing pretty true on the screen, I would say. So I think it's going to take me some time. I will, oops, knocked my camera. I'm going to maybe try to, let's take this out. Might try and unwrap one of these for you, and then I'll unwrap the rest off camera. That way you don't have to sit here and watch me unwrap paints. But these are the swatched colors. Just take this wrapper off. I'll do this on camera so you can kind of see do the rest off camera. Sorry, I keep knocking the camera with my hand. Okay, so it's also written on the pan what color it is, which is nice because I normally do that myself, but that'll save me a little bit of time. Okay, so there it is. They're nice and filled right up to the top. So I am going to unwrap the rest of these, and then I will be back. Okay, so I just want to show you on these wrappers, so like I said, they're painted swatches. It also has information about the binder that they use. It's a gum Arabic binder. I think she makes her own, and I think she also uses honey. So I'm interested to see, sometimes honey paints can be a little bit stickier, which I don't mind, but the only other ones I'm familiar with really are M. Graham uses honey in their binder. Their sap green is one of my favorite colors, but it is a little bit kind of a stickier texture. And then they have the pigment numbers on here as well, and then the name. So this is Burnt Umber Brownish. So I'll definitely save these. This is kind of nice because you have some swatches done already, and it has all your pigment and binder information and everything on there. And then I also discovered, I'll do one more of these on camera. You can kind of push out. It's a little bit difficult to kind of unwrap these. Okay, I just want to show you that these are a little bit time consuming to unwrap by taking off the tape, but you can kind of, some are a little bit more difficult than others, but you can kind of push the pan and kind of wiggle it out, and that takes a little bit less time. But I definitely think these are worth keeping because it has all the color and pigment information on it, as well as the hand painted swatch. So I'll probably tape those in a booklet or something. And then the pigment information is on the side of the pan as well. Okay, you guys, I'm getting so excited. I'm starting to put these back into the pans. They're all, I just wanted to mention, I said that honey can sometimes be sticky in a binder, but I didn't have any issues with it sticking to the, oops, well, I guess there's a little bit, I think that's from the sides of the pans rather than like sticking to the top. So there weren't any issues with like a lot of the paint coming up or anything. And these are going in really easily but securely into the pan. So that's really nice because some metal tins do not do that. And like I said, the pigment name is on the side. I can already tell that this palette is just gonna be one that I really connect with. They have a classic. It was really hard to choose between her palettes of paints because they're really there's a couple collections that look amazing. But for handmade paints, you know I can get good primaries from like Daniel Smith or other more commercial paint makers, and colors that really connect with me are more muted, more natural. You can of course mix colors like that with primaries, and but the reason I didn't get the classic set right off the bat, she's a classic set with split primaries, which means a cool and a warm of each, yellow, red or magenta and blue. But I just really connected with these colors. So if I love these, I'll probably get the classic at some point. It looked like a really good classic set that would have everything you need to pretty much paint anything you want. But these just emotionally connected with me. So get these back in the tin. I'm going to go ahead and use, instead of my Isabie brush that I had out, I'm going to go ahead and use this Tintoretto number 6 round brush that was included. And again, like I said, it's synthetic. It looks like it was also made in Italy, which I love that too about her paints. It seems like she really partners with some other local makers in Italy on her products, which is nice. Okay, so I'm going to sit down and we will swatch these. All right, we're going to get to swatching. Now I'm probably going to butcher some of these names. This is Jarosite. Yellow color. I can't see. Let's see if you can still see that. These are re-wetting pretty quickly and easily. This is Raw Sienna. I have to get used to this brush. I feel like it doesn't hold a ton of water. but it does all right. And I mean, it's so cute. I love these kind of bullet style pens, and the caps that protect them when you're doing travel sketching or plein air painting. This is the Castile Orange. I'm interested to see how, when I was ordering, the only thing that I was not sure about is there were a couple of colors that kind of seemed brownish. So I'm interested when we get to the greens and the browns, how much variation we're gonna see. Dragon's Blood, this is really pretty. I'll hold this dot card up once we get done. Oh, that's pretty. Hematite, Intense. Oh, that's really pigmented. Let's see if we can get, let's see how light this gets. That's nice. That color in particular is really pigmented. Okay, Burnt Umber. This is one of the browns. It's a nice brown. Also pretty pigmented. These all re-wet really nicely, which is another thing I do like about paints that use honey in the binder. They seem to re-wet really quickly and nicely. And I wonder if I went back, you know, once these are wet, if they would even pick up more pigment. But I have been wanting a Potter's Pink for a while. So I'm really excited about this color. These are gorgeous. Are you seeing how pretty these colors are together? That's another reason I like buying handmade paints from artists, is they've really thought about the color choices and put the time in often to, you know, come up with a palette that is really nice, and thought about what colors, you know, they've thought about what harmonizes, you know, with each other, and then what might mix well together. So it's a really nicely pigmented paint too. These look pretty transparent, which I love for the most. Yeah, I think they look pretty. I'll do more in-depth swatches. Ooh, this is fun. This is very kind of bright for a natural paint, which I love. That's pretty. I just got a new stamp set and die cut to make like really nice swatch cards. So I will show you all that at some point, and then I will do maybe more in-depth information about each one of these colors and the pigments that they use. But for now, I am just, this one might take a little bit longer to re-wet, it looks like. For now, I'm just wanting to give you my first impressions and show you these quick swatches, because when I searched for this palette in particular on YouTube, I could not find a swatching video for this palette. So hopefully there are some people out there who are interested, who are going to be able to see this. I was so interested to see how this pigment, I don't know if I mentioned what these are. So after the Potter's Pink, we have French Ochre, Greenish, Buckthorn Green, and then this is, I don't know how to say this again, but Epidote. And it kind of looked like a granular look online, and it was really pretty and interesting. It's taking a little bit more effort than the other paints to kind of get going, but I'm going to lift this up so you can see. Look how pretty those are though. So you can kind of see there's a little bit more texture in there, and it's not because I don't think it's been not molded properly. It's just the nature of that pigment is that look. So, and I personally really like that. I have some other handmade paints that have a little bit of just textured look from the different pigments and natural pigments and hand foraged pigments, and I personally really like that. Some people don't. That's kind of the only color that I'm noticing has a texture like that in this set. This is a very popular blue, lapis lazuli, I hope is how you say it. I think this is quite an expensive pigment, actually, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm mistaken on anything, please let me know. Leave a comment in the comments because, again, like, I don't know if I said this, but it's my first year painting, and so I'm, you know, learning a lot as I go. And if you have some knowledge that I don't have, I am happy to hear it. Oh my gosh, these colors in person are even just more exciting than I was really excited about this, but this is really excited. So that's this one is Roman Black Earth. Nice and pigmented as well. Get really dark really easily. And it moves really nice too, and you can get a nice, you know, transparency on that one too. These are really nice and transparent. You can see as they are drying, they look really nice as well. I think that top level is almost completely dry. Getting it, well, not completely dry, but look at that, you guys. Oh my goodness gracious. These are showing pretty true, I think, maybe slightly muted on the camera. But that, I mean, look at that set. Come on, that's pretty great. Okay, and then I will also, so this is the set, Naturale 2. There's another Naturale set. And then she also has a combined set with 24 of the paints made from natural pigments, as well as a classic 12, a classic 24, and then lots of individual pans, and then a handful of 6-pan collections as well. But I am just like, I was agonizing over which one of these to choose, and I'm obsessed with this already. I love it. But it's nice too because they are muted colors, so you're not going to be able to mix like a real vibrant secondary color. You know, like I might not be able to get a violet. Let me see if I can show you what I mean by that. I've got just my like Canson. Let's see. This is a palette from Sylvan Clayworks, which I am obsessed with. I have 2 of her palettes already. I want about 5 more. Let's see what kind of purple we can mix. So let's do the Dragon's Blood. I guess I could do this on the tin. I don't need to do this on the palette, but I love this palette. So I'll do the Dragon's Blood and the Lapis Lazuli. Okay, and you can just kind of see on there. Actually, it's maybe a little bit more vibrant than I even expected, but it's a muted purple. You know, it's not a bright purple. I love that though. That's a pretty kind of lilac color. So again, like this is kind of my vibe when it comes to paints. I love these muted colors. I think that's actually a great purple that you can mix, but if you want to get the real vibrant colors and have a little bit more range, you might be more interested in the classic set, but for me, this is my jam right here. Let's check out the dot card that she sent. So she sent this along with orders over 100 euros, I think. Oh, a little handwritten note. That's nice. Another reason I love to order from small businesses, those little personal touches. Okay, so we've got some dot cards of some holiday colors. So this is emerald. Let's see, I'm going to set this down. Ooh, it's more blue actually than I thought. Got a little bit of extra water. Got a ton of water on there. Kind of shimmery. Bronze. I'll show you these. I'll kind of move these around in the light too and show you the shimmer. Gold. Another thing about ordering from small businesses, you get these amazing little perks extra dot cards and samples. I've gotten bonus pans just because the owners are lovely, wonderful people. Silver. These are taking a little bit more to activate. Not being gentle with this brush at all. The silver might be, I might have to hold this up and kind of see what's going on there because I think it's on the white. It's probably just showing up like shimmer. And then ruby. That one, oh my gosh, that's pretty. That one rewet really easily. Okay. So here's our dot card. Hopefully you can see some of the shimmer on there in the light. Yeah, see this silver is real subtle. That might be pretty mixed with some things. And then that ruby, that's pretty. So, okay, first impressions. I love it already. I will do some more in-depth reviews and information about each of the individual paints and pigments and more detailed swatches and things like that. But for now, if you're interested, Alina Gallo is the maker of these paints. I will put her website in the information below, but it's gallocolors.com. You can see right there. Follow her on Instagram because there are limited releases of these paints and they sell, I mean, within half a day. I think they sell out. So they'll kind of announce it, I don't know how often they do shop updates, but maybe once a month. They'll release, you know, more that they've made, and you got to be kind of paying attention to know when to get them. I ordered these, you know, pretty quickly when they were released, but they're awesome. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. Thanks for joining me. And if you have some feedback of things that you would like to see, things you're curious about, questions about any of the supplies that I use, please feel free to comment. And I will see you next time.